Yes, untested at this individual pursuit. Caper did contest the time trial in London, but was quite ill during the Paralympic Games. He was the flag bearer for Ghana, Mumuni ALEM, 4 years ago, but he contracted chicken pox, and for anybody that's had chicken pox, it can really be tough, and that didn't help his performance at all, and then had to actually withdraw from the road race. So plenty to achieve here for Mumuni ALEM. He'd be really keen during these Rio Paralympic Games to perform as he salutes the crowd. He's a motivational speaker back home in Ghana. He's pumping himself up for a big one here.
Certainly is enjoying the spotlight. So both cyclists away, heat 1 of 5. And Mumuni ALEM going for Ghana's very first medal at the Paralympic Games, and Roger Bolliger from Switzerland competing in his first Paralympics for track cycling. This is the C2 classification. They will be racing 12 laps of the velodrome, 3,000 metres, and Roger Bolliger has the early advantage at this stage in this speed endurance event.
Yes, Bolliger, 41 years of age from Switzerland, and ALEM from Ghana, 32 years of age. And we get a bit of an idea at this point. It's Bolliger just holding the advantage, but not by that much at this stage.
No, you're right, there's not much in it. ALEM, it will be competing in the time trial as well, also in that C2 classification. Bolliger competing in 4 events, 2 on the track and 2 on the road. And as we've mentioned before, the road cycling takes place in week 2 of the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games. So Bolliger still with the early advantage here.
So Bolliger with a packed program here, Rio 2016, and in this individual pursuit finished 8th at World Championship level 2 years ago, and also last year a top 12 finish. That does mix his races with the road racing and also the individual pursuit and the time trial. He's going to capture ALEM here, but ALEM will continue to get the best time as possible, heading towards the halfway mark. Now, having a look at the 1,000 metre mark, the time for Bolliger, 1:25.841, so that'll give us a bit of a gauge at the 1,000 metre mark where he will sit. ALEM was 1:33.381.
So this is a 3,000 metre event. We'll get another update at the 2,000 metre mark to see how these athletes are performing.
It's been a terrific atmosphere inside the velodrome. The crowd very responsive indeed. This is the only wooden indoor velodrome in this country. It was specially made for the Olympics and Paralympic Games. As Bolliger goes through at the 2,000 metres at the 2:37 mark. In fact, now that was at the 17:50. We'll clock 2:48.453 at the 2,000 metre mark. 2:48.453.
And the good news about the velodrome is that it will remain an elite training facility after these games. It will be for the Olympic and Paralympic cycling teams of Brazil. And all the reports from the athletes are that this is a fantastic velodrome to race at.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting into the final.
The time for ALEM at the 2,000 metre mark, 3:14.691. So fatigue just starting to set in as Bolliger is powering towards the final 2 laps of this first heat of the men's C2 classification, the 3,000 metre individual pursuit.
So Bolliger will just pull to the outside and overtake ALEM. Bolliger appears to be having a very strong ride. Of course, we still have another 4 heats to follow. And as we mentioned, ALEM will keep going to post a qualifying time, but in the finals, if you are passed by your opponent, that does mean the race ends and the winner is declared immediately. But in the qualifying, you still are able to post a time.
So the time to be posted right now, 4:13.918. 4:13.918. And now the crowd keeping the encouragement for Mumuni ALEM from Ghana, the flag bearer for his country 4 years ago in London. A small team from Ghana at the 2016 Paralympic Games here in Rio. And wonderful to have them competing here in the cycling. Terrific stuff.
25 metres to go. The average speed of BOLLIGER was 42.5 kilometres an hour.
So here is Mumuni ALEM to clock his time.
And setting himself up to complete the 3,000
and down to the line, his time is 4:59.9.